Hey, so I want to give props to Rich Lopp. If you don't know who he is, you can check him out on YouTube. He talks about spirituality, manifestation, and things along those lines. Very interesting. And I don't always agree with everything he says, but he did post something today on Facebook that I wholeheartedly agreed with. And so much so that I had to post it myself, but I want to give him the credit because this didn't come from me. But he posted something that makes so much sense that I've always felt. I just never really thought of how to put it into words, but it was beautiful. Basically, what it said was, when we see memes like trust your gut or energy doesn't lie, things like that, we have to be careful. The problem with those is that what we think sometimes is our intuition, our higher self, is really conditioning based on fear, prejudice, trauma, fear of change, right? Fear of being more open-minded, anxiety, okay? That's when you have to be careful, because that is not the higher self. That is not your intuition. That is conditioning disguising itself as your intuition. And of course, in a lot of ways, we feel it is the right thing to do because we feel it's, and Abraham Hicks talks about this all the time, it's the path of least resistance. But a lot of times our path of least resistance is coming from conditioning because it's what we're used to. Conditioned, we're used to it. It's the easier of the two options or whatever, right? Which is why I kind of said a few videos back how people in a trauma bond relationship where they'll cut them off and then they'll come back, and it's a never-ending loop. It's a never-ending cycle. While it's not a good thing, you can't judge that because there's so much conditioning. There's so much fear. There's so much fear of change that even though it's not a healthy situation to be in, it's the path of least resistance, so they stay. Oh, my higher self is telling me to stay. No, it's not. But we get it confused. We all do. And I can't really explain it better than that. That's where we have to dig deep and say, okay, is this really my higher self talking, or is this fear-based? Is this conditioning, or is this my intuition? It's all an individual thing, okay? But more often than not, your higher self, source, your guardian angels, God, whoever, whatever you want to say, they don't make you feel anxious. They make you feel assured that something is not what you want or what you do want. But if most of the time, I would say 99.99999% of the time. And the reason why I don't say 100 is because our human selves do get involved, right? But most of the time, if not all of it, you will not feel anxious when your higher self is talking to you. Or when your intuition, your guardian angels, source, God, whatever, right? Vibration. When that's talking to you, more often than not, like I said, almost the whole time, you will not feel anxious when that's happening. You'll just know that whatever you're feeling is right. So, again, shout out to Rich Lopp for that. Hope that made sense. All right, see you later.